Have you ever gone on a road trip and wondered what to talk about in English? Maybe you're driving with friends, your family, or someone you just met, and after a few minutes, the conversation becomes quiet. Today, we're going to help you with that.
That's right. In this lesson, you'll practice natural English conversations that people often have during a road trip. You'll hear useful questions, everyday expressions, and relaxed conversations that can help you sound more confident.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Leo. Let's get started. Well, everything is packed. I think we're finally ready to leave.
I think so too. I double-checked the luggage, filled up the gas tank, and downloaded our playlist. I don't think we forgot anything.
That's impressive. You're much more organized than I am.
Someone has to be.
Fair enough. So where should we stop first?
I was thinking we could drive for about 2 hours before taking our first break. That way we can stretch our legs and grab some coffee.
Sounds like a good plan. Sitting in a car for too long can make you feel tired.
Exactly. Besides, road trips are supposed to be enjoyable, not exhausting.
I couldn't agree more. By the way, have you ever taken a really long road trip before?
The longest one I've ever taken was about 10 hours. My friends and I drove along the coast, stopping at small towns whenever we saw something interesting.
That sounds wonderful.
It really was. We didn't have a strict schedule, so we could change our plans whenever we wanted.
I think that's one of the best things about road trips. You have the freedom to explore.
Exactly. Sometimes the places you didn't plan to visit become your favorite memories.
That's happened to me before. I once stopped at a tiny restaurant because it started raining heavily.
Really?
It wasn't famous or anything, but they served the best homemade pie I've ever had.
See, that's the kind of surprise you can't plan.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite thing about traveling by car?
Honestly, I enjoy watching the scenery change. When you travel by plane, everything happens so quickly. But when you're driving, you notice small towns, farms, mountains, forests, and rivers.
That's true.
You really get to experience the journey, not just the destination.
I like that expression.
Which one?
The journey, not just the destination.
It's a common phrase. It means you should enjoy the experience itself instead of focusing only on the final goal.
That's a great expression to remember.
Definitely.
Speaking of the journey, how long until we arrive?
According to the GPS, about 6 hours.
6 hours isn't too bad.
Not if we have good conversations.
Well, let's make sure we do.
What's your favorite road trip snack?
That's easy. Trail mix.
Trail mix?
Yeah, nuts, dried fruit, maybe some chocolate.
That's healthier than I expected.
Don't worry, I also brought potato chips.
I knew there had to be chips somewhere.
What about you?
I like fruit, sandwiches, and iced coffee.
That's a balanced meal.
I try to avoid eating anything too heavy while driving.
That makes sense.
Have you ever made the mistake of eating too much before a long drive?
Unfortunately, yes.
How did that go?
Not very well. I felt sleepy for almost an hour.
That's exactly why I keep my meals light.
Look at those mountains.
They're beautiful.
Pictures don't really capture how impressive they are.
I agree.
Should we stop at the next viewpoint?
Definitely. I'd love to take some photos.
Perfect.
You know, whenever I travel, I always try to take photos, but I also remind myself to enjoy the moment.
That's important.
Sometimes people spend the whole trip looking through their phone screens.
Instead of looking out the window.
Exactly.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
What's one place you've always wanted to visit by car?
That's a difficult question.
Take your time.
I think I'd love to drive across several national parks.
That sounds amazing.
Imagine waking up early, drinking coffee while watching the sunrise, then spending the day hiking.
That sounds like the perfect vacation. What about you?
I've always wanted to drive across the country from one coast to the other.
That would be an unforgettable experience.
It would probably take several days,
Maybe even a couple of weeks if you stopped often.
which is exactly what I'd want to do.
By the way, could you hand me a bottle of water?
Sure,
Thanks.
no problem. Staying hydrated during a long drive is important,
Absolutely.
especially in the summer.
Speaking of summer, this weather couldn't be better.
Clear skies, comfortable temperature, and almost no traffic.
Let's hope it stays that way. Looks like our coffee stop is coming up.
Perfect timing. I could use a break.
Me too.
Let's park, grab some coffee, stretch our legs, and then continue our adventure.
Sounds like a plan.
That coffee was exactly what I needed.
Mine too. It's amazing how a short break can make you feel refreshed.
And stretching for a few minutes really helps after sitting in the car.
Definitely. I always forget how stiff my legs get during long drives.
All right, ready to get back on the road?
Absolutely. We still have a few hours to go.
You know, road trips always remind me of childhood vacations.
Really? What were they like?
Every summer, my family would pack the car before sunrise. My parents wanted to avoid traffic, so we'd leave while it was still dark.
That sounds familiar. My family did the same thing.
I remember bringing books, snacks, and a small pillow because I usually fell asleep after the first hour.
I wish I could sleep in a moving car.
You can't?
Not at all. I usually stay awake the whole time.
Even on really long trips?
Even then, I end up looking out the window or talking to whoever's driving.
I guess that makes you a good travel companion.
I hope so.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you during a road trip?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Let's hear it.
A few years ago, my friends and I stopped at a gas station. We bought drinks and snacks, used the restroom, and got back into the car.
Everything sounds normal so far.
Well, about 20 minutes later, someone asked, "Where's Daniel?"
Oh no.
We all looked around, and his seat was empty.
You left him behind?
We actually did.
What happened?
He was still inside the convenience store buying coffee.
That's terrible, but also kind of funny.
We turned around immediately. Thankfully, he wasn't upset.
I'm surprised.
He laughed and said, "At least now I know how much you guys pay attention."
That's a great attitude.
We still joke about it whenever we travel together.
Here's a question.
Go ahead.
Would you rather have a perfect destination with a terrible journey or an amazing journey with an average destination?
That's interesting.
Take your time.
I'd choose the amazing journey.
Really?
Absolutely. If you spend several days traveling, those experiences become part of the vacation.
I agree.
Good conversations, beautiful scenery, unexpected stops, trying local food, those are often the memories people talk about years later.
That's true. Sometimes people barely remember the hotel, but they remember the little moments along the way.
Speaking of food, are you hungry again?
Already?
Road trips always make me hungry.
I think that's because we're surrounded by snacks.
You may be right.
There's a small town about 30 minutes ahead.
Should we stop there for lunch?
I think so.
I'd rather eat at a local restaurant than a fast food place.
Same here.
Trying local restaurants is one of my favorite parts of traveling.
Mine too. You never know what you'll discover.
Hey, look at that sign.
It says there's a scenic overlook 2 miles ahead.
Should we stop?
Definitely.
Great. Wow, the view is incredible.
Pictures won't do it justice.
That's another useful expression.
That's right.
What does do it justice mean?
When we say something doesn't do it justice, we mean it doesn't show how beautiful, impressive, or special something really is.
So a photo can't fully capture what we're seeing.
Exactly.
I'll definitely remember that expression.
It's surprisingly quiet here.
I like places like this.
Me too.
Sometimes we get so busy with work and daily responsibilities that we forget how relaxing nature can be.
That's one reason I enjoy traveling.
It gives you a chance to slow down,
And to disconnect from your routine.
even if it's only for a weekend.
Ready to keep driving?
Let's do it. We've been talking for hours, but it doesn't feel that way.
That's the sign of a good conversation.
Absolutely.
Do you usually listen to music while driving?
Most of the time,
What kind?
a little bit of everything. Pop, classic rock, country, jazz. It depends on my mood.
I'm similar.
Do you sing along?
Only when I'm alone.
Really?
I don't think anyone wants to hear my singing.
I'm not convinced.
Trust me.
Maybe by the end of this trip, you'll change your mind.
We'll see.
If you could take a road trip with anyone in the world, who would it be?
That's a difficult question.
It doesn't have to be a famous person.
Honestly, I'd choose someone who's curious, positive, and easy to talk to.
Those qualities matter more than anything else.
Exactly. You're spending hours together, so having enjoyable conversations makes a huge difference.
I completely agree.
Look at the GPS.
Only 45 minutes left.
Time went by quickly.
It really did.
I think that's because we spent more time talking than looking at the clock.
Good conversations have a way of making long drives feel shorter.
That's true.
Can I ask one last question?
Of course.
What's the best advice you'd give someone taking their first road trip?
I'd say don't rush.
I like that.
Plan enough to stay safe, but leave room for surprises. Stop when you see something interesting. Try local food. Take photos, but don't spend the whole trip looking through a screen. Most importantly, enjoy the people you're traveling with.
That's wonderful advice.
What about you?
Mine is simple.
Let's hear it.
Remember that the trip isn't a race. It's okay to stop, rest, change your plans, and enjoy the moment. Some of the best memories happen when things don't go exactly as expected.
I couldn't agree more.
Well,
I think we've arrived.
looks like it.
That was a wonderful drive.
It certainly was. Great conversations, beautiful views, good coffee, and plenty of laughs.
I couldn't have asked for a better road trip.
Neither could I.
And that brings us to the end of today's English conversation.
We hope this road trip dialogue helped you learn useful vocabulary, natural expressions, and everyday English that you can use while traveling.
Remember, becoming fluent isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about communicating clearly, listening carefully, and practicing a little every day.
If you enjoyed practicing with us, please like this video and subscribe to English Talk. Your support helps us create more real-life English conversations just like this one.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next lesson.
Take care, have a wonderful day, and safe travels.
Goodbye, everyone.